So we'll get started. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamyam Dadati Swapadantikam Gurandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhakti Vedanta Swami iti namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Twise Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadādhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, dear devotees, for your kind association. We are having our 5th session of Shri Bhakti Vaibhava, and in the previous session we completed chapter 2 of the first canto of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, and today we will start chapter 3. But before we do, let us quickly summarize the key points that we discussed in the previous session. So if you know the answer, you just raise your hand, okay? In the previous session, we discussed the different stages of bhakti. There are 14 stages of bhakti, and the question is, we will quickly go in order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 14 like that. So you raise your hand if you know the different stages of bhakti, and if possible, which verse they map to. So Archana Bhakti Mataji, can you please tell us what is the first of the 14 stages of bhakti?
First is Satam Kripa, Prabhuji.
Very good.
Second is Mahat
So just tell one by one. So first is Satam Kripa. What does that mean?
Satam Kripa means the mercy of the devotees.
Correct. Satam means the great devotees and their Kripa. And is it possible for you to look at verse number 16 of the 2nd chapter and tell us which Sanskrit phrase maps to Satam Kripa?
Shushrusho Shraddhadhanasya Vasudeva Katharuchi Syan Mahat Sevaya Vipra.
Correct.
Tirthan Nishevanat. Yeah.
Correct. So Syan Mahat Sevaya Vipraha. That refers to Mahat Kripa. Satam Kripa. Now, what is the second stage of bhakti? Sarva Palak Ram Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Mahat Seva.
Very good. So first is Satam Kripa, the mercy. Second is, go ahead.
Mahat
Mahat
Seva.
Seva. So what is Seva? Mahat Seva?
Doing Seva to the great devotees, great souls.
So in this context, Amrit Gaurangi Mataji asked a question last time. That how do we recognize who is a Mahat?
Yes.
Who is a great devotee, and how do we serve? So that was the context. So second stage is Mahat Seva, and again it maps to the same Sanskrit phrase, Syan Mahat Sevaya Vipraha. Okay, very good, Sarvapalak Ram Prabhu. Third stage, Kirtida Sundari Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Third stage is Shraddha, that is the faith developed by serving the devotees. And the verse is Shushusho Saddha Shraddhanasya.
Very good. Shushusho Shraddhadhanasya. Excellent. Developing faith by serving the devotees. Third stage. What is the fourth stage? Sharanagat Mataji.
Guru Padashray, Punya Shravana Kirtana. It is the same shloka, text number 17.
Correct. The fourth line. Very good. What is the meaning of Punya Tirtha Nishevanat?
Punya Shravana Kirtana.
Punya Tirtha Nishevanat. What is the meaning of that?
Punya Tirtha Nishevanat. I was reading from the verse. No, Prabhuji, you elaborate. Sorry, I'm not sure about it.
No, you can elaborate. So Nishevanat, Seva. Nishevanat means to serve. Correct? And
Yes.
who is called Punya Tirtha?
Punya Tirtha is a great devotees. Serving. Yeah.
See, so you explained. So to serve a great devotee. And that represents Guru Padashray. Because Guru is, Tirtha refers to Guru here. Punya Tirtha is Guru. So Guru Padashray is seeking shelter at the lotus feet of Guru. Because Guru is free of all sins. He is Punya Tirtha. Okay, very good. After Sharanagat Mataji. Oh, Mataji, your name is Sharanagat Devidasi. And you're talking about Guru Padashray. Amazing. Okay. So what is the fifth stage, Mukta Sangha Prabhu? Fifth stage of bhakti?
It is Bhajaneshu Spriya, Prabhu. So eagerness to perform devotional service.
Excellent.
Kirtan.
And it maps to verse number 17. Which phrase?
Shrunutan Swakata Krishna. So by hearing and
Punya Shravana Kirtana.
Punya Shravana Kirtana.
So bhajan kriya is referred to here. Chanting and hearing. Correct?
Yes.
So you said exactly correct. Bhajaneshu Spriha. Spriha means eagerness. So very good. Then after Mukta Sangha Prabhu, His Grace Kaivalya Prabhuji, would you please like to enlighten us about the sixth stage? Verse number 17 only. Sorry, this goes to verse number 18. Verse number 18, sixth stage of bhakti. I think Kaivalya Prabhu is on mute.
It is verse number 17 only, I think.
I think 17.
17, yes, Kaivalya Prabhu.
Yeah, sorry, I was in mute. So, yeah, bhakti means like, yes, it's in the loving service to the Lord in text number 18.
Perfect. So His Grace Kaivalya Prabhu is saying that the sixth stage of bhakti is bhakti, which specifically refers to verse number 18, Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki.
Naishtiki, yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Kaivalya Prabhu. So sixth stage is bhakti. Bhakti Bhavati Naishtiki, verse 18. Stage number 7, after Kaivalya Prabhu, Ramsham Prabhuji, what is the stage of 7th of bhakti?
We didn't discuss Anartha Nivritti.
Very good.
Anartha.
Very good.
We didn't discuss.
Anartha Pavana.
Before Bhakti, it was Anartha Nivritti.
Yes, Prabhu. So actually, you can do it like 6th can be Bhakti, 7th can be Anartha Nivritti, or vice versa. Both are okay, Prabhu. So 7th, Anartha Pagamam. So,
So that is in this.
What is the Sanskrit phrase in verse number?
Nast Prayasva.
Perfect. So for Anartha Nivritti, it is Nashta Prayashu Abhadreshu. Is that okay, Mukta Sangha Prabhu? They can be interchanged, no problem. So Anartha Nivritti is stage 7. Then after Ramsham Prabhu, Sugandha Mataji, what is the 8th stage of Bhakti, please? And what is the phrase?
It's steadiness, and the phrase is Naishtiki.
Yes, Nishtha, steadiness. Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. That is 8th stage. Devahuti Mataji, what is the 9th stage?
It's a Ruchi.
Very good. Ruchi. And that goes to verse number 19.
19.
Tada rajas tamo bhava kama lobhadayas. Very nice. The heart is no longer pierced by sense gratification. So there is no taste for sense gratification. Spiritual taste arises. That is ruchi. Ruchi means taste. Very nice. Thank you, Devhuti Mataji. Verse, stage number 10. Saroja Nandini Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. It is Asakti. And verse number, is that verse number 19, Prabhu?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
Asakti. So, Sthitam Satve Prasidati. That we are situated in. Sthitam. We are Asakta. Asakta in Krishna. So, that is stage number 10. Very good. Thank you, Mataji. After Sarojanandini Mataji, we have Shama Kishori Mataji. Shama Kishori Mataji, can you tell us what comes after Asakti? What is the 11th stage?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So it's Rati, fondness. And the phrase is verse 20, Evam Prasanna Manasu.
Very nice. Evam Prasanna Manasu. The mind becomes enlivened because of fondness for Krishna, Rati. Stage number 12. After Shama Kishori Mataji, we have our Ajay Govinda Prabhu, who is the monitor of this whole group. He's monitoring.
It's Prema Bhakti Prabhu. Bhaktar Bhakti Yogata.
Wow, very nice. Bhagavad Bhakti Yogata. That is Prema, 12th stage. Thank you, Ajay Govind Prabhu. Verse, stage number 13. We have. So, who wants to volunteer? Who knows the next stage after Prema? Stage 12th ke baad kya hai? So we have somebody who Aradhya Madhavi Mataji. What comes after Prema? 13th stage kya hai?
It's Prabhu, take darshan of Krishna. I don't know what the Sanskrit word is.
Yeah, so let's look at verse number 20. Bhagavad Tattva Vijnanam. We discussed that Vigyan is realized knowledge. Jnana is knowledge and Vijnan is realized knowledge. So realization means to have Atma Sakshatkar, to see Krishna face to face. So can you read that line? Bhagavad Darshanam. Bhagavad.
Oh, Prabhu, the entire sloka?
No, just that line, Bhagavad.
Bhagavad Tattva Vijnanam Mukta Sangasya Jayate.
Perfect. Okay. Perfect. So that Vijnanam refers to Darshanam. As you rightly pointed out, that we have a direct experience, vision of Lord. And what did we discuss in context to Darshanam? We discussed how Srila Prabhupada had darshan of Krishna in Jhansi on Janmashtami night. Okay. And after Aradhya Madhavi Mataji, we have Archana Bhakti Mataji. Archana Bhakti Mataji, can you tell us the final 14th stage, please?
Harer Madhuryanubhava Prabhuji, Mukta Sangasya Jayate.
Perfect.
This means that the devotee sees Krishna everywhere. Wherever he sees, he's only seeing Krishna.
A direct experience of the sweetness of Krishna. Very good. Okay. Now the next question is, again, you can all raise your hands and lower your hands and then again raise your hands if you know the answer. So now the next question is, what are the Sanskrit names of the 3 Guna avatars? So who can tell? Someone who has not answered? Okay. Amrit Gaurangi Mataji, you want to go ahead? What are the 3 Purusha avatars?
They're Karunadakasai Vishnu, Garbhodakasai Vishnu, and Shiradakasai Vishnu.
Excellent. Excellent. So these are the 3 Purusha avatars. And who can tell the 3 Guna avatars? Kirtida Sundari Mataji, who are the 3 Guna avatars?
Brahma, Vishnu, and Lord Shiva.
Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. And can you tell that
Brahma
they are
for the mode of passion, Lord Vishnu is for the mode of goodness, and Lord Shiva is for the mode of ignorance.
excellent? Okay. Now, Archana Bhakti Mataji, let's look at verses 26 and 27. Okay. Verses 26 and 27. So demigod worship is rejected in these 2 verses. So the question may be asked, but demigod worship is mentioned in the Vedas. So why it is being rejected in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam? Why Śrīmad Bhāgavatam is rejecting? So what would you say to that? Verses 28 and 29. Why demigod worship is rejected, even though Vedas are mentioning about it.
Yes, Prabhuji, I was in mute. Vasudeva Para Veda. So the goal of all the Vedas is to know Vasudeva. And yeah, and also the sacrifices, whatever we perform is to please Vasudeva.
Perfect.
Whatever yoga we do is to realize Krishna. That's why.
Yes. Now, demigod worship. Now, this is a little difficult question. Okay. So raise your hand if you know this. This is not something we discussed last time. Now, this tests our knowledge of Bhakti Shastri. I see Shama Vallavi Mataji's hand is already up. Okay, good. So the question is, even Lord Krishna discourages demigod worship. So can someone quote one verse from Bhagavad Gita where Krishna says that less intelligent people take to demigod worship, or demigod worship is worship performed wrongly? So Shama Vallavi Mataji. I think you are on mute, Mataji. Let me, yeah, you can unmute, please.
I don't know the full shloka, Prabhuji, but Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, it is avidhi purvakam.
Perfect. That is what I was looking for. Ye api anya devata bhakta yajante shraddhayanvitaha te api mam eva kaunteya yajantya avidhi purvakam. It is avidhi purvakam. It is done in the wrong way. Because ultimately Krishna is the giver of all the benedictions. Okay, very good. Shama Vallavi Mataji. Now, can someone tell another proof from Bhagavad Gita? Yes, Amrit Gaurangi Mataji.
So Krishna says in chapter 7, again, another verse where he says, the results given by demigods are temporary and limited, like antavattu phalam tesham tad bhavati alpamedasam devan devaya jayanti mad bhakta yanti mamapi.
Very nice. Can you quickly just tell the meaning, very short?
So the results that are given by the demigods for the people who worship demigods are temporary and limited, whereas the results that come from me are everlasting and supreme. And those who worship the demigods ultimately go to demigods, whereas my devotees come to my eternal kingdom.
Excellent, excellent. Can someone quote?
Another shloka is there, na Prabhuji. Kama istair hridayana prapatyante anya devata. Only foolish people go to the demigods.
Yeah. Kama istas, those whose kama istas ritak jnana, whose jnana has been stolen away by kamvasana, by material desires. They worship demigods. Kama istas ritak prapadyante anya devata. So demigod worship is not encouraged by Lord Krishna also in Bhagavad Gita. So that was very nice. And then we saw how verses 28 and 29 are so beautiful. Who wants to sing verse number 28 and who wants to sing verse number 29? They're very nice. Okay. So we have, let's see, somebody who has Shamchandra Prabhu and Sugandha Mataji. You can go one after the other. Verse 28.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandot Pranam. Vasudeva para Veda, Vasudeva para Makaha, Vasudeva para Yoga, Vasudeva para Kriyaha. Should I go for 29 also, or Mataji would like to say 29?
Sugandha Mataji, are you there?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, 29.
Vasudeva param jnanam, Vasudeva param tapa, Vasudeva paro dharmo, Vasudeva paragati.
Okay, very good. Thank you, both of you. Now, after that, let's go to answer to question number 3. Why does Krishna appear? Why did Krishna appear as son of Devaki and Vasudeva? So this answer is in verse number 34. So please raise your hand who can tell us one of the reasons why Krishna appeared as the son of Vasudeva and Devaki. That is answer to question number 3 of the sages. Kalindi Priti Mataji.
So why Krishna appeared the son of Devaki and Vasudeva? So the Lord of the universes maintains all planets inhabited by demigods, men and the lower animals. Assuming the rules of the incarnations, he performs pastimes to reclaim those in the mode of pure goodness. Yeah.
Yes. So we discussed how Krishna's main purpose is to attract the devotees back home, back to Godhead. That's why he comes. Thank you very much, dear devotees. So now let's go to chapter number 3. Chapter number 3 is Krishna is the source of all the incarnations. So let me share my screen. Okay. Are you all able to? I hope you are all able to see the screen. So this is chapter 3 of the first canto of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Krishna is the source of all incarnations. Okay. 2 participants raised their hand. Kalindi Priti Mataji, you raised your hand. What happened?
Sorry, Prabhu, that's previous.
You can see the screen, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. So let's go to text number 1, 3rd chapter, text 1. So Suta Goswami continues speaking to Shaunak Adi Rishis. Jagre Paurusham Rupam Bhagavan Mahad Adibhi Sambhutam Shodasha Kalam Adau Loka Shishrikshaya. So in the interest of time, we will just go to the translation. Sri Suta Goswami said, in the beginning of creation, the Lord first expanded himself in the universal form of the Purusha incarnation and manifested all the ingredients for the material creation. Everybody please mute yourself. And thus, at first, there was the creation of the 16 principles of material action. This was for the purpose of creating the material universes. So very important. In verses 1 to 5 of the 3rd chapter, the Purusha avatars are described. So the Purusha avatars are, as Amrit Gaurangi Mataji told us, the Purusha avatars are Karanadakshay Vishnu, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, and Kshirodakshay Vishnu. These are the Purusha avatars. Then there are the Guna avatars, Vishnu, Brahmaji, and Shivji. Then there are Manvanta avatars, avatars that come during the rule of different Manus. Then there are Yuga avatars. There are avatars that come during each of the Yuga. Satyayug, there is avatar. Tretayug, there is avatar. Dwapar, there is avatar. Kaliyug, there is avatar. Yuga avatar. And then there are Leela avatars who come and they perform various Leelas. So there are Purusha avatars, there are Guna avatars, there are Manvantar avatars, there are Yuga avatars, there are Leela avatars. There are different types of incarnations of the Lord. And then Krishna ultimately is the avatari himself. So in verses 1 to 5, the Purusha avatars are described. So now just see in verse number 1, who can look at verse number 1 and raise your hand and tell which of the Purusha avatars you think is being referred to here. In the beginning of creation, the Lord expanded himself in the universal form of the Purusha incarnation and manifested all the ingredients for material creation. So all the ingredients for material creation were manifested, which is the Mahat Tattva. And there were mainly 16 ingredients. Srila Prabhupada explains what are these 16 ingredients. So there are the 5 Pancha Mahabhut. earth, water, fire, air, ether. There are the 5 karmendriyas: our hands, legs, our power of speech, our genitals for procreation, and the genitals for evacuation. 5 karmendriyas. There are 5 jnanendriyas, knowledge acquiring senses: the eyes, ears, nose, tongue to taste, and our skin to feel and touch. Shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. So 5 karmendriyas, 5 jnanendriyas, 10, 5 panchamahabhut, 15, and then the 11th sense, that is the mind. So total there are 16 ingredients mainly. So now let me see who has raised the hands. So someone who has not answered yet. Dipali K. Mataji. Haribol.
Haribol Prabhu, Dandat Pranam. Karnodakshay Vishnu.
Very good. Why do you think it is Karnodakshay Vishnu?
Because Mahavishnu is eternal and he's always present, and all the Brahmand, all the universes come from Karnodakshay Vishnu.
So perfect. Perfect answer. Thank you. Thank you, Dipali Mataji. Now, after this, so now let me see who, let me note down who has raised their hands. So I will call out your name. Okay, I have some idea now. So now let's go to second. Now the purport to this is very beautiful. Huh? Purport to this is very beautiful. So I request devotees to read. See, we are doing a study where we have to try to complete in 2 years. So we are going a little fast. We are not able to discuss each and every purport. Ideally, we would like to. But please do read the purport. It's very, very beautiful. So verse number 2. So first verse describe Karnodakshay Vishnu, who is the first of the 3 Purusha avatars. And from Karnodakshay Vishnu, from all the skin pores and from his breathing comes out all the material universe, all the Brahmandas come out. And initially it comes out as the Mahat Tattva, which is the ingredients for creation. So now verse number 2. Yasyam bhasi shayanasya yoga nidram vitanvatah nabhi ridam bujad asid brahma vishwa srijam patihi. A part of the Purusha, means an amsha of the first Purusha, then lies down within the water of the universe. So different Brahmandas come out, and then within that Brahmanda, on the water, another Purusha lies down. And from the navel comes a lotus stem, and then on top of the lotus stem is the lotus flower. On top of that lotus flower, Brahmaji takes birth. Asit Brahma. Brahmaji manifests there. And then who is Brahmaji? He is the Vishwa Srijam Patihi. He is the chief engineer of the particular universe, of that Brahmanda. So there is Sarga and there is Visarga. Sarga is primary creation and Visarga is secondary creation. Lord Vishnu performs the primary creation, where he gives out the Mahat Tattva, all the material ingredients for creation. And using those ingredients, the different 14 planetary systems, the Prajapatis, the different species are produced from Lord Brahma. So Lord Brahmaji does secondary creation, but the primary creation is done by Lord Vishnu. Atra Sarga Visargasya Sthanam Poshanam Utaya Manvantareshanu Katha Nirodho Muktir Ashraya. Please raise your hand if you know the verse that I just quoted. What was this verse? Mukta Sangha Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. So this describes that all the 10 stages, what is described in Bhagavatam.
Excellent. The 10 topics of Bhagavatam. Yes. Very nice. Someday we will, when we get to this verse, I think it's in the second canto, we will discuss it in detail. So now raise your hand. Gopa Vrindapal Prabhu, can you unmute and tell us which Purusha avatar this verse refers to? Gopa Vrindapal Prabhu, can you tell us which Purusha avatar this second verse refers to?
Garbhodakshay Vishnu Prabhu.
Thank you. Very good. Garbhodakshay Vishnu. Okay. So then we go to the next verse. Yasya Vayava Samsthanaihi Kalpito Loka Vistaraha Tad Vaibhavato Rupam Vishuddham Sattva Urjitam. It is believed that all the universal planetary systems are situated on the extensive body of the Purusha. But he has nothing to do with the created material ingredients. His body is eternally in spiritual existence par excellence. You see, this is very important Siddhanta, as Dipali Mataji was telling us, that Lord Vishnu is always Gunatita. He is always beyond the three guna, the three modes of material nature. He is always spiritual. So all the universal planetary systems are situated in the body of Garbhodakshay Vishnu. Okay, all the universal planetary systems. So Garbhodakshay Vishnu is spiritual, but the 14 planetary systems being within the body of the Garbhodakshay Vishnu as the Virat Roop is imaginary. That is imaginary. So please understand, the Vishwaroop or the universal form of the Lord is a temporary material manifestation. So all the planetary systems, they are the body of the Virat Roop. This is imagination for us to imagine how the whole universe is a universal body of the Lord, and it is temporary manifestation because the universe is going to be destroyed. The planets are going to be destroyed. But Shri Garbhodakshay Vishnu, from whom the 14 planetary systems arise, he is Vishnu. He is eternal. He is spiritual. So I hope this is clear. Then verse number 4. Paschant adorupam adabhrachakshusha sahasrapadorubhujananadbhutam sahasramurdha shravanakshinnasikam sahasramauli varakundalo lasat. Verse number 4. So how do the devotees see the Lord? The devotees with their perfect eyes see the transcendental form of the Purusha, who has thousands of legs, thighs, arms, and faces, all extraordinary. In that body, there are thousands of heads, ears, eyes, and noses. They are decorated with thousands of helmets and glowing earrings and are adorned with garlands. So this is how the transcendental form of the Purusha avatar, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, is, and how the devotees with their perfect eyes see. Now, one quick homework means not homework. Right now, work is someone quickly find out the verse from Bhagavad Gita and post it in the chat box, where Krishna similarly describes that everywhere are my eyes, everywhere are my ears, everywhere are my hands. It was the verse that Sri Advaita Acharya could not reconcile. How this verse can be talking about the personal form of the Lord. Okay, someone has been very quick. They've already posted. Sugandha Mataji. Ahaha. Bhagavad Gita 13.14. Very good. So Sugandha Mataji, please recite this verse from Bhagavad Gita that talks about the same principle. Go ahead.
Yes, Sarvata Pani Padam Tat Sarvatokshi Shiro Mukham Sarvata Shruti Malloke Sarvam Avritya Tisthati.
And the translation?
Everywhere are his hands and legs, his eyes, heads and faces, and he has ears everywhere. In this way, the super soul exists, pervading everything.
Hare Krishna. Yes. So this verse number 4, is how the devotees see the presence of Supreme Lord. So let's see. We'll read this purport by Srila Prabhupada. With our present materialized senses, very important purport, so please pay attention. With our present materialized senses, we cannot perceive anything of the transcendental Lord. Our present senses are to be rectified by the process of devotional service. Our senses become purified by devotional service. Cheto Darpana Marjanam. And then the Lord himself becomes revealed to us. Now, who can raise your hand and quote the verse from Brahma Samhita, where the same principle is taught, that the devotees whose eyes are anointed with love can see the Lord. Shama Kishori Mataji.
Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena.
Yes, thank you.
Prabhuji, I had a question also, sorry.
Yes, go ahead, Mataji.
So in this source, Prabhuji, is this also an imagination that the devotees are seeing?
No. This is not imagination, but the universal form of the Lord, where we think that the upper planetary systems are the head of the Lord, the lower planetary systems are the feet of the Lord, that is an imagination. The 14 planetary systems being the body of the Virata Roop, of the universal Vishwa Roop, that is an imagination. It is a material temporary form of the Lord. Is that okay? So, yeah. Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Santa Sadaiva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Shama Sundaram Achintya Gunaswarupam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Very beautiful verse. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is confirmed that the transcendental Lord can be perceived only by pure devotional service. Raise your hand if you know the verse from Bhagavad Gita where Krishna says, only by bhakti one can understand me. Only by bhakti one can understand me. Archana Bhakti Mataji.
Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tattvataha.
Yes. And another verse, similar verse in Bhagavad Gita.
Can I say?
Yes, Vaishnavi Mataji.
Bhaktya tu ananyaya shakyaya.
Haribol.
Ahameva mridorjana.
Jnatum drashtum cha tatvena
Praveshtum cha
parantapa. Very nice. Thank you, Vaishnavi Mataji. So see, when we read Śrīmad Bhāgavatam or we read Srila Prabhupada's purports, our mind should immediately go to the verses in other scriptures where that Siddhanta is told. See how this is how Srila Prabhupada used to preach. He would make a point and immediately he would substantiate it with a Shastric quote. In the Bhagavad Gita, and we see the same strategy in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Everywhere in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, in Rupa Shiksha, Sanatan Shiksha, everywhere, when he speaks to Maharaj Prataparudra, and everywhere where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is preaching, he will make a point and substantiate it from a verse from Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam. Same thing Sri Ramananda Rai does. When Mahaprabhu asks questions, he speaks the Siddhanta, but immediately he substantiates the Siddhanta with a Shastric verse from Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, like that. And same Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. You see in the Adi Lila, he's speaking so much Tattva Siddhanta in the chapter 4, chapter 5. He's speaking so much Tattva, the philosophical truths, and he's proving them on the basis of Shastric verses. So this is our system. This is the Parampara, my dear friends. And this is the purpose of doing Bhakti Shastri and Bhakti Vaibhava. That we understand the Tattva Siddhanta and we drown in Bhakti Ras. Both have to happen. Tattva Siddhanta is the patra. It is the vessel in which we can receive Prem Ras. Purpose of this course is not to get any certificate. Absolutely not. Personally, I am not concerned whether I get the Bhakti Vaibhava certificate or not. We have come here to drown in Prem Ras. Purpose of Krishna consciousness is to become madly in love with Radha Krishna. Radha Krishna Gatir Mama. Jivane Nidhane Nityam Radha Krishna Gatir Mama. Radha Krishna Pranamor Yugala Kishore. Jivane Marane Gati Ara Nahi More. That is the purpose. But to drown in Bhakti Rasa, we need a patra to receive the Bhakti Rasa. And that is Tattva Siddhanta. We should have a strong foundation of Tattva Siddhanta. Then we can receive. Therefore, it is very important to read Bhagavad Gita, to read Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Specifically, the Ekadash Skandha, the 11th Canto of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam is very important for sadhakas to read because all the Tattva is there. Then we continue. So it is confirmed in the Vedas that only devotional service can lead one to the side of the Lord and that only devotional service can reveal him. In Brahma Samhita also it is said that Lord is always visible to devotees whose eyes have been anointed. This is that verse. Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochana. So this is not an imaginary form, but this is the form that the devotees see. See, the devotees with their perfect eyes see. This is not imagined. The Vishwarup is imagined form, not this. So verse number 5. Now, in my opinion, my dear friends, this verse number 4, it refers to the Kshirodakshai Vishnu. who is the Paramatma. But here in the purport and in Subodhini, I could not find it like that. In fact, it appears that probably Garbhodakshay Vishnu, but I feel this verse refers to Kshirodakshay Vishnu, who is present everywhere in the universe as Paramatma, in every anu, in every atom, in everyone's heart. As Paramatma, he is present as Kshirodakshay Vishnu. I feel verse number 4 refers to Kshirodakshay Vishnu. So if someone can do some research about this, I didn't get time to research, but if one of you can, two of you can do some research and see whether that is possible, if this could be referring to Kshirodakshay Vishnu, please let me know. Yes.
It is Garbhodakashay Vishnu, Prabhuji.
It is Garbhodakashay Vishnu?
Yeah. And Garbhodakashay Vishnu actually has thousands of arms and heads. That's the form of Garbhodakashay Vishnu.
Okay, so Garbhodakashay Vishnu, who is lying on the Garbhodaka ocean, he has thousands of...
Yes.
Okay. So that's why it is directly description of Garbhodakashay Vishnu. The devotees with their perfect eyes. Huh?
Is it the same as mentioned in the Purusha Sukta also? Like Garbhodakashay Vishnu?
Who's this? This is
Sharanagata.
Sharanagat Mataji. Yes, Mataji, I feel like that. Archana Bhakti Mataji, you have some input on that?
I don't know about, but there it says Sahasra Shisha. So yes,
similar verse.
It matches with this description.
Okay.
But
Shamchandra Prabhu, you have some input, Prabhu?
Yeah, I tend to agree with Mataji. I feel this description is for Garbhodakashay Vishnu.
Okay.
The devotees are seeing in that form, it is actually Garbhodakashay Vishnu with so many different, like a Virat Roop form, but they are able to see that with so many arms and legs and thighs, etc. So I feel this is more for Garbhodakashay Vishnu.
Yes, Prabhu. So thank you for that. Because even Gaurang Darshan Prabhu in the Subodhini, he writes like that only. That's what it appears. So yes, Garbhodakshay Vishnu. And verse number 5. Etannanavataranam nidhanam bijam avyayam yasyam shamsena srijjante devatiryan naradayah. This form, the second manifestation of the Purusha. So see, verse number 3, verse number 4, and this verse number 5 are all talking about Garbhodakshay Vishnu. So this form, second Purusha, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, is the source and indestructible seed of multifarious incarnations within the universe. Nana avataranam nidhanam bijam avyayam. He is the indestructible seed and source of the different avatars within that particular universe. From the particles and portions of Garbhodakshay Vishnu, different living entities like demigods, men, and others are also created. So the Vishnu avatars also come, and then Deva and Nara, human beings, and Tiryak, animals, they also come. So now, my question is this. Please raise your hand if you know the answer. The living entities coming from Vishnu, what is the technical word? What type of expansion of Vishnu are they called? So when, yes, Aradhya Madhavi Mataji?
The Kshirodakashay Vishnu.
Huh?
Kshirodakashay Vishnu.
Correct. Kshirodakashay Vishnu enters into the universe in every atom. My question is, the Jivatmas, all of us, the Jivas, we have also come from Vishnu. Here it is said, na, that from the particles and portions of Garbhodakshay Vishnu, different living entities like demigods, men, and others are created. So what is the technical name for that type of? We are also expansion.
Swansh and Vibhinnansh.
Correct. Parimataji. So Swamsha is the Vishnu Murtis, the Vishnu incarnation. They are called Swamsha. And Vibhinna Amsha is all of us, living entities. Vibhinna Amsha. So technical word is Vibhinna Amsha. Okay. So verse number, in the interest of time, I think we will just read the translations now. Okay, so verse number 6. So what happened in verse number 1 to 5? Can someone quickly raise your hand and tell? What did we just discuss in these 5 verses? Who did we talk about? Kirta Sundari Mataji?
The Purusha avatars.
Correct. We spoke about the Purusha avatars. And if someone remembers, there was one question where the sages had asked Sri Suta Goswami that please tell us about the various incarnations. So if you see, these verses 1 to 5 are linked to that question. Please tell us about the question number 4 was, please tell us about the different multifarious incarnations, Nana Avatar. It could mean the Purusha avatars and other incarnations also. Archana Bhakti Mataji, you want to unmute and quickly give input about what we discussed?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes.
So question 4 was about, please tell us about the activities of this Bhagavan in whom all the incarnations are there. So we were actually thinking question 4 is asking what, please tell us about Purusha Avataras. But there it is actually tell us about the transcendental activities, Tasya, right, of this Bhagavan. And when he comes, all the incarnations such as the Purusha Avataras and all the other Avataras are in him. And then next question 5 is saying, please tell us about the Avatara Katha, the adventures that the Lord performs in his various incarnations. So here when you say about various incarnations, it includes Purusha Avataras, Leela Avataras, Guna Avataras, all the different avatars. So therefore this particular question answered here, texts 1 to 5, would be an answer to question 5. Tell us about the Avatar Katha of the multi-incarnations of the Lord.
Hari. Thank you, Archana Bhakti Mataji. Very grateful to you. So let's go back to our screen. So verse 1 to 5, we spoke about the Purusha avatars, as Kirtita Sundari Mataji told us correctly. Now from verse number 6 to verse number 27, what is going to happen? We are going to talk about Nana avatars. So we saw that all the Nana avatars, they come from Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, the second Purusha, in that particular universe. Now we are going to talk about these Nana avatars, these various incarnations, the Leela avatars, and 22 of them will be described. These are different categories of incarnations. Some of them are Shaktyavesh avatar. So we talk about the 5 types of incarnations, right? We talked about the Purusha avatars. We talked about the Guna avatars. We talked about Leela avatars. We talked about Manvantar avatars. We talked about Yuga avatars. And then there is 6th called Shaktyavesh avatar, where it's a Jiva who is specifically empowered. Shakti Avesh. Krishna invests his own Shakti in that incarnation. That's called Shakti Avesh avatar. So in this way, there are different incarnations. So these multifarious incarnations, Nana avatar, who come from Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, are going to be described in this chapter from verses 6 to 27. So let's go.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, sorry to interrupt. So now, Archana Bhakti Mataji, what she said, so from verse number 1 to 5 is not the answer for question number 4, or is the answer? Because she said that this is not.
It is part of the answer. So they asked about the multifarious incarnations, which includes the Purusha avatars. It includes the Leela avatars also. So Gaurang Darshan Prabhu, what he has done in his Subodhini, he has said that question number 4 is about the Purusha avatars. And question number 5 is about the Leela avatars. What Archana Bhakti Mataji is saying, and that is what she's saying, is based on Srila Jiva Goswami's Karma Sandarbha. And I also looked at it, and it's Archana Bhakti Mataji is correct, that Srila Jiva Goswami says that they are asking about all these different types of incarnations, all the 6 types of incarnations: Purusha incarnations, Guna incarnations, Leela avatars, Manvantar avatars, Yuga avatars, and Shaktyavesh avatars. So Nana avatar in this verse, see this verse, I will show you. Where is that?
14.
Nana avataranam nidhanam. So Garbhodakshaya Vishnu is the nidhanam. He is the source, and he is the bijam, source of Nana avatar. So this Nana avatar refers to the multifarious different types of incarnations, not just Purusha avatars and not just Leela avatars, but even Guna avatars and Manvantar avatars, Shaktavesh avatars also. That's what Srila Jiva Goswami says. All different types of incarnations. And Srila Prabhupada also says like that in the purport. In the first chapter. Archana Bhakti, is it verses 17 and 18, I believe? Where
Yes,
this question
yeah, 17 is
17 and
question 4 and 18 is question 5. One more note, Prabhuji, about question 4. So the answer to that, the activities of Krishna, that will be described throughout Bhagavatam, especially specifically in the 10th canto, the different activities and pastimes of Krishna. So you won't be able to show as this is the particular text which is giving the answer to question 4. It is there in the 10th canto. So for the 5th one, as you said, it includes all the different incarnations. Answer to question 5 is all this 1 to 5 as well as the following verses. They are all answering question 5.
Yeah. So Kirta Sundari Mataji, basically Gaurang Darshan Prabhu has simplified it. He says that the question 4 is about the Purusha avatars, question 5 is about Leela avatars. Now Leela avatars includes Lord Krishna, because Krishna is a Leela avatar, although he is the source of all these different 6 types of incarnations, but he is also categorized. So Krishna is avatari, but because Krishna descended, an avatar means one who comes down from the spiritual platform to the material world. Krishna is also avatar. So Krishna is avatar because he literally descended in this material world, and Krishna is also avatari because he is the source of all the incarnations. And that verse will come in this chapter. Etechamsa kalapumsam Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam. So to answer your question, verses 1 to 5 is part of the answer. It specifically talks about the Purusha avatars. Is that okay, Mataji?
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, and now the answer to those 2 questions, question 4 and 5, is going to continue from verses 6 to 27, where 22 different multifarious incarnations will be described, where the avatari, original Bhagwan Krishna is also described, Balramji is also described, and then even the Shaktyavesh avatars are also described, like the Chatush Kumaras in verse number 6, for example. So I hope this is clear. Yes.
Sorry to interrupt here, but
yes,
if we see the translation of the 17 text in the first chapter, it says that about the adventures he performs in his various incarnations. So when the question is about the adventures, doesn't it talks about the activities?
Yes. So it refers to the Leela avatars also, but it may also refer to the Purusha avatars, the adventures.
So how do we relate these activities to the Purusha avatars?
Because the Purusha avatar is also doing the Leela of creation, creating the whole universe and then annihilating the whole universe. When he breathes in, everything enters. So that is also his adventures, his activities. So like that. And ultimately,
so the incarnations and their activities both are like kind of answered together to
correct.
The question 4 and 5, which is a mixture of the verses from 1 to 5 in Purusha avatar and then the Leela avatars, right?
Yes, exactly. So basically, to say that question 4 is about Purusha avatars and question 5 is about Leela avatars is a simplification for easy understanding.
Got it.
But if you look at Jiva Goswami's explanation, he says that this refers to, they are asking about all incarnations. They want to hear about all incarnations. Is
Thank
that
you,
okay?
Babaji.
Yeah.
Yes, Babaji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So now let's begin discussing from verse number 6 about the different incarnations. In the interest of time, we will not read the Sanskrit. So verse number 6 refers to the Chatush Kumar, the 4 Kumar brothers. They are called Kumar, Prabhupada writes, because they are unmarried. First of all, in the beginning of creation, there were the 4 unmarried sons of Lord Brahma, the 4 Kumaras. Who are they? Sanat Kumar, Sananda Kumar, Sanatan Kumar, and Sanak Kumar. The 4 Kumaras, who are situated in a vow of celibacy. Brahmacharyam. They are fixed in a vow of Brahmacharya, celibacy, and underwent severe austerities for realization of the absolute truth, for realization of the absolute spiritual truth. Akhanditam Brahmacharyam, vow of Brahmacharya for the sake of Brahma. to understand the supreme Brahman, supreme absolute truth. They underwent austerities. So what is the purpose of austerity? To understand the Supreme Lord. So four Kumaras are described here. They are incarnations of the Supreme Lord. Verse number 17. The supreme enjoyer of all sacrifices accepted the incarnation of a boar, the second incarnation. And for the welfare of the earth, he lifted the earth from the nether regions of the universe, from the Garbhodaka ocean. And this refers to Lord Varahadev. Dear, please stay on mute, please. Please mute yourself. So in verse number 7, the second incarnation is described, that is Varahadev. Now next verse, verse number 8. In the millennium of the Rishis, the personality of God had accepted the third empowered incarnation in the form of Devarashi Narad. So Shripad Narad Muni also is an incarnation, but he is an empowered incarnation. One of you unmute and quickly say, what is the meaning of empowered incarnation?
Shaktyavesh.
Shaktyavesh avatar. Narad Muni Shaktyavesh avatar. He is a great sage among the demigods. He is Devarashi. He is the Rishi among the Devatas.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I have one question.
Yes, Mataji.
So even Shaktyavesh avatar is also Swamsha?
No. Shaktyavesh avatar is Vibhinnamsha, who is invested with the power.
All the other avatars are Swamshas, Prabhu?
So the Vishnu Murtis are Swamsha. They are Swa-amsha. They are directly Krishna. They are directly Krishna's expansions. Whereas Vibhinna Amsha means Mamay Amsha, Jiva Loka, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. All of us. We are separated. We are part and parcel. Part means we are Amsha and parcel means we are separated. So Prabhupada very intelligently used the English word. We are part and parcel of God. Lord Vishnu is not part and parcel of Krishna. He is Krishna's expansion. So he is Swamsha. But we are Vibhinna Amsha. Is that okay, Mataji?
Once again, I want to ask Prabhu. So we have Guna Avataras, Purusha Avataras, Manvantara, Yuga, Leela, and Shaktavesha. So out of all these different types, except Shaktavesha, all the avatars are Swamsha. Is that right?
Not because in Leela avatars we have Parshuram. Parshuram is a Shaktavesh avatar also, and he is Vibhinamsha.
Yeah, and also among Guna avatars, Mataji, Brahmaji is a Jiva most of the time. Rarely Bhagwan will become Brahmaji, but mostly it is a Jiva. You agree, Kirta Sundari Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So Brahmaji also being a Guna avatar is a Vibhinnamsha. And then Lord Shiva is a completely different Tattva only. The Shiva Tattva, the Rudra Tattva. He is neither Jiva nor he is Vishnu Tattva. He is in between. So it's not that simple.
Sure.
Sorry, you are saying something, Mataji?
That's all, Prabhu. I think
that satisfies you? Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Even four Kumaras are Shaktyavesh, right?
Yes, Mataji. Mukta Sangha Prabhu, you want to say something?
I have a question, Prabhu. Here, when we say Amsha, which is part, right? So what is that plenary? Is there a significance for that word plenary? Everywhere plenary is used.
Correct. So plenary refers to kala. Etecha amsha kala pumsa. Sorry, amsha refers to plenary. Plenary means a part, and part of the part is kala. Etecha amsha kala pumsa Krishnastu Bhagwana Swayam. So all these pumsas, all these Purusha avatars, Karanadaksha Vishnu, Garbhodaksha Vishnu, and Shirodaksha Vishnu, Sri Suta Goswami is saying, and this verse is coming in this chapter, they are either amshas, which means plenary parts, or they are kala. They are parts of the plenary parts. So that is the English equivalent of Bhagwan, Krishna, who is the Swayam Avatari. Sarva Avatari Krishna Swayam Bhagavan Tahara Dvitiya Deha Shri Balaram. In Chaitanya Charitamrita Kaviraj Goswami says, Sarva Avatari Krishna Swayam Bhagavan. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So Amsha and Kala. So Amsha is plenary part and Kala is part of the plenary part. That's the English equivalent. Is that okay, Prabhu?
Yeah, still not clear about that word plenary, Prabhu. You could have just straight away said parts and parts of the parts, right? What is it? Plenary parts.
Plenary part. Let's see now. Let me look at the dictionary. Hold
What
on.
is the plenary meaning? Because Srila Prabhupada has used many places.
Yes, yes. So let's see. Plenary.
Absolute, Prabhuji. Plenary means absolute, unqualified.
Okay, yeah, absolute. Also, otherwise meet in smaller groups. Meaning session, attend Bhagavatam, conference, assembly, working parties.
So is plenary used for the Swansh avatar?
Yes, Mataji. See this English now, it is, one second. What plenary means? Full, unqualified, or complete, absolute.
Prabhuji, there's one more meaning. If you look for plenary portion, right, it shows complete in all respects, unlimited or full. Like a diplomat with plenary powers. I think that's more appropriate here.
Oh, so what is the meaning again?
So if you search
Full.
for plenary portion, it says complete in all respects, unlimited or full, like a diplomat with plenary powers, for example.
Correct, correct. Yeah, that makes more sense.
But every avatar is complete, right? Almost like.
What?
But every avatar in a Guna avatar, they are complete.
No,
Yes.
Prabhuji.
No.
No, complete in the sense, Om Purnamada Purnamidam.
Prabhuji, I think here plenary means Vishnu Tattva. Absolute.
Yes, that's what, yeah, that's why I said that it's a Swansh means Vishnu Tattva, yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I didn't understand what you mean by complete. Mukta Sanguru, you want to explain what you mean by complete?
No. When we say plenary, when we take dictionary meaning, it is complete. So that means all these avatars, not avatars, at least the Guna avatars, right? They're complete. So is it referred only for that Guna avatars as plenary portion?
See, when you say Swamsha, they are coming from Lord Vishnu. So we have to accept that they are Vishnu Tattva, which means they are complete. They are absolute. They are not conditioned. They are complete, absolute. And then Vibhinnamsha, the Jivas, we are conditioned. So all these incarnations that we are referring to, we have to understand that they are supreme. They are the Supreme Lord. Like Maharaj Rishabdev also. He is Shakti Avesh Avatar. But we accept him as the incarnation of the absolute Godhead. Anyone have any thought on this?
Prabhuji, I think Prabhupada explains like, in the contextual way, not in the English word meaning way, like Bhagavan. So Prabhupada said Supreme Personality of Godhead. It's not like Lord only. So
okay, once again, Prabhuji, our Ajay Govind Prabhu has shared something with me. So here it is said in Bhagavad Gita introduction.
Prabhuji, this is what I'm trying to say is that the Vani quote talks about the search from the various texts, and one where Prabhupada has mentioned plenary portion always as Narayan or four-handed form or Supreme Personality of Krishna as Lord Ram, Lord Varaha. So all the Vishnu Tattvas are referred in the plenary portions, like, wherever it is mentioned.
Correct. So they are absolute truth, the plenary.
Yes.
Okay. So does that answer your question, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you.
Can see this, Muktangabra? I'm sharing the screen also.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay.
Thank you.
So yeah, no problem. So now it's already time. So Narad Muni is one of the incarnations. Let's read about Narad Muni. In the millennium of the Rishis, the personality of Godhead accepted a third empowered incarnation in the form of Devarshi Narad, who is a great sage among the demigods. He collected expositions of the Vedas which deal with devotional service and which inspire non-fruitive action. So he taught the Vedas. Now from verse number 9, we will continue next time on Thursday. But now it will go fast because now it's just enumeration of different avatars, and then the Paribhasha Sutra of this entire Śrīmad Bhāgavatam will come. Ete Chamsa Kalapumsa, Krishnastu Bhagavana Swayam. Then there is a description of the Virat Roop, which is the imaginary conception of the Lord. And then there is further description of the glories of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, and that will conclude the chapter. After chapter 3, we are going to take a pause and we are going to have a little examination. So let me just stop the recording. I think we are done. Are there any questions about this before I?
Yes, sir. I have a question.
Yes.
So I don't want to confuse, but that plenary portion, I understood that like these are like all the Krishna Svansh Avatar or like Vishnu Tattva, and part of the plenary, that means the Kala part. Can you please give me example of
Okay.
Ansha and Kala?
So for one example can be given that there is Mula Sankarshana, who comes from Balramji. So Sarva Avatari Krishna Swayam Bhagavan Tahara Dvitiya Deha Shri Balaram. So Krishna is the original personality of Godhead, Ishvara Parama Krishna, Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. From Krishna comes Balram. From Krishna comes Balram. Balramji manifests as Mula Sankarshan. From Mula Sankarshan comes the first quadruple expansion, the first Chaturvyuha, consisting of Vasudev, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. So this is Mula Sankarshan and the Chaturvyuha. They are the plenary expansion from coming from Krishna. And then the Purusha avatars who are coming from Mula Sankarshan, the Purusha avatars, they come from Mula Sankarshan. So they are the parts of the plenary parts. Mahavishnu, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu and Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, they can be considered as the parts of the plenary parts. So this is one example that can be given. This is from Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Any other questions? I have important updates to share with all of you.
So Prabhuji, the Kala can also be Vishnu Tattva. The Kala can also be Swamsha.
Yes, the Kala can also be Vishnu Tattva, absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
I have a question, Prabhu. Should I ask or next time? Prabhu,
no, you can ask, Mataji. You can ask.
So Prabhu, in the beginning of this chapter, we read how Karunadakasai Vishnu uses the ingredients, which includes the mind also. So mind is in the context of material creation only, which means even in chapter 7, Lord Krishna says that Bhumirapo Nalo Vayu Kamano Buddhir Evacha. So he lists the 5 Panchabhutas and mind, intelligence, and false ego. These are all in the material realm. So that means the soul doesn't have mind, intelligence, and false ego when it gets liberated.
Yes, Mataji, that is the correct understanding. So we have the spiritual body, which is a spiritual soul, which is our true identity. Then it is covered by the subtle body, consisting of the mind, intelligence, and false ego. Outside the subtle body is the gross body, consisting of the Pancha Mahabhut, earth, water, fire, everything. The body made of the skin, bones, blood. When we die, the gross body changes, the subtle body remains the same. In every species, every birth that we take in the material world, the mind, the subtle body remains the same. Therefore, impressions of previous birth are carried to the next life. When we get liberated, we lose 2 things. We lose the subtle body, because see, this universe, Brahmanda, has got 8 layers. There is earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, false ego. They are the 8 layers of the egg-like shell of the Brahmanda. So when we cross the Brahmanda and we go into the spiritual realm, our subtle body is left behind. Subtle body ceases to exist. The subtle body is destroyed. And only the soul goes to the spiritual world. And the second person that we lose, in addition to the subtle body, is the Paramatma. Right now in the material, the Paramatma is with us. But we lose the Paramatma also. In the spiritual world, there is no Paramatma. In the spiritual world, there is no subtle body, there is no mind, intelligence, false ego, and there is no Paramatma. There is no need for Paramatma because we have Bhagavan. So like that. Is that okay?
Then what is Chitta, Prabhu? We are made of Sat, Chit, and Ananda. So what is Chitta?
So Sat means eternal. Chit means full spiritual consciousness, knowledge.
So that consciousness is with the soul, is it, when we get liberated?
Yes.
Okay.
That is the Swarup of the soul. The Swarup of the soul is also Satchidananda. So Sat means we are eternal. Chit means we are completely cognizant of the spiritual reality. We have no ignorance. We have complete cognizance of Krishna, our relationship with Krishna. And Ananda means we are by nature blissful in that service of Krishna. So this is our Swarup, Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat means eternal, Chit means full of knowledge, fully cognizant, and Ananda means blissful. Is that okay?
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you.
That
Do we
continues.
have spiritual mind intelligence? And because we have a pure ego also, so pure intelligence and pure mind.
There is false ego and true ego, right, Prabhu? So true ego should be associated with the soul, maybe. I think that's my question too.
The true ego and like that is a pure mind and pure intelligence also is there for soul.
So
That's
that pure intelligence can be Chit Shakti, the spiritual intelligence, which is our Swarup. So the true ego and false ego that Mataji is talking about is that in this material world, we have the false ego that I am this body. We have Ahamta and Mamata. I am this body and people related to this body are mine. My wife, my children, my parents, my country. So Ahamta, Mamata is there. This is false ego. True ego means Jivara Swarup hai Krishna Nityadas. Gopi Bhartu Padakamalayur Das Das Anudas. That is a true ego. That I am an eternal servant of Radha and Krishna. That's what Mataji was referring to. Is that okay? Any other questions?
Thank you, Prabhu.
Yes. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, can I ask? Prabhuji,
Yes,
small-
Saujanya Mataji.
In verse 8, it says it's the third empowered incarnation. So I want to make sure my understanding is right or not. That means this is the third Shakyavesh avatar. That's where they're saying is third empowered incarnation.
No, third incarnation, and he is an empowered incarnation because second is Varahadev. Varahadev is not a Shakti.
Not empowered. Yeah. Then why they're using the word third empowered incarnation?
Because it's a third incarnation in the line. The first one is the four Kumaras, second is Varahadev, and third is Narad Muni.
Oh,
He's
it's
a third
not
incarnation.
okay. It's not like third. It's not like first one was empowered, second. No, okay, got it.
The third
Okay.
incarnation, and he's an empowered incarnation, Shaktavesh.
Okay. Thank
22
you.
incarnations will be described. So third is Devarshi Narad Muni.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay. Anyone else has any question?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I have a question.
Yes, Divya Mataji.
Yeah, now we understand that Lord Ramchandra, Varadev, Lord Nrsimha, they are all our plenary portions. So I'm just wondering, from where do they manifest? I mean, if Purusha Avtara is, the three Vishnus, and they are Kala, right? Kala or plenary. So I'm just wondering, how can now, all the Nrsimha Dev, they are considered as plenary portions. So, where are they coming from?
They all ultimately
Which
come from
Vishnu?
Krishna. Nrsimhadev, Lord Ramachandra, they all come from Krishna. From Krishna comes Balramji, from Balramji comes Chaturvyuha. Chaturvyuha is Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. And this same Chaturvyuha, the quadruple expansion of Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha comes as Ram, Lakshman, Bharat and Chaturvyuha. So ultimately they all come from Krishna only. But Lord Ramachandra is Purna Bhagwan.
Right. So why the three Vishnus, why Purusha Avtaras are not considered plenary portions? I'm just wondering.
Because they are not directly coming, no? They are not directly coming from Krishna. They are all coming from Mula Sankarshan. So they are parts of the plenary parts.
Okay.
There is an image which talks about various incarnations. I've just sent it to you on our personal chat in the thing. Is it relatively relevant image which talks about the various incarnations like Swayam Rupa, and then it's talking about Shyam Prakash, and it's talking about Prabhav Prakash, and then giving the details of, if you enlarge it, talks about Swayamsha Avatar, which are then Prabhav, Leela, Purusha Avatar,
Yes, Prabhu.
Guna Avatar.
Yes, this is very nice. This is based on Chaitanya Charitamrita description. So maybe you can put this in the WhatsApp group also, if it is possible.
I can share the image there.
Yeah. So Divya Mataji, are you able to see my screen?
Anyway, Hare Krishna. Yes, I was on mute. Yes, I can see your screen.
Yeah. So this is a very nice illustration of the different incarnations. So Prabhuji will share this, and then maybe we can have a commentary on this. We can have a little discussion on this. But this is very nice. This is based on Chaitanya Charitamrita, Mahaprabhu's teaching.
Yeah, I would like to have this, but I'm not on the WhatsApp group. So I mean, is there a way I can? How can I have this, please?
Is it okay if I add you on the group? I can add you.
Yeah, that's fine. You can add me.
Mataji, I have shared the link in the chat for the image. So if you click right now, you should be able to see and you can download it.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Say again.
I have shared the link for that image. If you click that, you will see the image and you can download it. And I am sharing in the group otherwise also the image as well as link for convenience if you want to download it from internet or want to just have the image.
Yeah, it's a very nice illustration. I like it very much. So then Ananda Sindhu Nitai Prabhu is asking, Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada referred as empowered Acharya. Is he a Shakti-avesh avatar? Yes, Prabhuji. Definitely Srila Prabhupada is a Shakti-avesh avatar. Kali Kale Yuga Dharma Krishna Sankirtana Krishna Shakti Vina Nahi Tara Pravartana. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Sripad Vallabhacharya says, Kali Kale Yuga Dharma Krishna Sankirtana Krishna Shakti Vina Nahi Tara Pravartana. In Kali Yuga, the Yuga Dharma is Krishna Nam Sankirtan. And without being empowered by Krishna, one cannot spread this movement. And no one in the history of this planet has spread the Hare Krishna movement, the Krishna consciousness movement like Srila Prabhupada. No one. No Acharya has done that as much as Srila Prabhupada has done. So Srila Prabhupada is definitely empowered by Nitai Shakti. Shaktyavesha Swarupine Hare Krishneti Mantrena Paschatya Prachatarine. That is the pranam mantra of Srila Prabhupada. That he is Gurvagyam Shirasi Dhritva Shaktyavesha Swarupine. He is a Shaktyavesha avatar of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Swarup is Nityananda Swarup. Nityananda Ram. Swarup was the Brahmachari name of Nityananda Prabhu. So Nityananda Prabhu, one of his name is Swarup. Shaktyavesha Swarupine and Hare Krishneti Mantrena Paschatya Prachatarine. Through Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Srila Prabhupada delivered the East and the West. Paschatya means West and Pracha means East. He delivered both the hemispheres, not just the Western, not just Paschatya Deshatarine, Paschatya Prachatarine. He even went to many places in India, Japan, Malaysia, Iran, Russia. He even saved the Eastern hemisphere also. Okay. So thank you very much, Ajay Govind Prabhu, for sharing that image. Now we can, if there are there any other questions? Rashmi Mataji is asking, where is this verse about Srila Prabhupada from? Where is it from? Srila Prabhupada's very beloved God brother, His Divine Grace, Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Dev Maharaj, his disciple, Srila Govinda Maharaj, he was a student of Srila Prabhupada. He learned Bhagavad Gita from Srila Prabhupada. And he considered Srila Prabhupada as one of his Shiksha Gurus. He composed this very nice pranam mantra for Srila Prabhupada, where he says that Srila Prabhupada is Gurvagyam Shirasi Dhritva, taking the order of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur upon his head, Shaktyavesha Swarupine, being the empowered representative of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, Hare Krishneti Mantrena Paschatya Prachatarine. So it comes from the Gaudiya Math. The Gaudiya Math devotees have glorified our Srila Prabhupada such a sweet way. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Swami Shri Bhakti Vedanta Prabhupadaya Te Namaha Gurvagyam Shirasi Dhritva Shaktyavesha Swarupine Hare Krishneti Mantrena Paschatya Prachatarine Gaura Shri Rupa Siddhanta Saraswati Nishevine Radha Krishna Padam Bhojo Bhringaya Gurave Namaha. This is the verse. Gaura Shri Rupa Siddhanta Saraswati Nishevene. He served Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Shri Rupa Goswami, and Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Gaura Shri Rupa Siddhanta Saraswati Nishevene. Radha Krishna Padam Bhojo Bhringaya Gurave Namaha. Srila Prabhupada is our Guru Maharaj, and he is like a bumblebee at the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. Radha Krishna Padam Bhojo Bhringaya Gurave Namaha. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So let me stop. Oh yes, someone has shared this pranam mantra. Kirta Sundari Mataji has shared this. Gurvagyam Shirasi Dhritva Shaktya Vesha Swarupine Hare Krishneti Mantrena Paschatya Prachatarine Vishwacharya Pravaryaya Divya Karunya Murtaye Shri Bhagavata Madhurya Gita Jnana Pradaine. So Vishwacharya, Srila Prabhupada is Jagat Guru. He is Vishwacharya, Acharya for the whole world. Pravaryaya, he is the greatest teacher. Divya Karunya Murtaye, he is the personification of divine mercy. Who would go and live with the hippies to deliver them? And Vishwacharya Pravaryaya Divya Karunya Murtaye Shri Bhagavata Madhurya Gita Jnana Pradayane. Srila Prabhupada gave this world the sweet knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Shri Bhagavat is Bhagavatam and Gita Jnana. And Gita Jnana, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Maharaj, who wrote this pranam mantra for Srila Prabhupada, he actually learned Bhagavad Gita from Srila Prabhupada when Srila Prabhupada was a grahastha in Kolkata. So very nice. So I hope this was okay. Any other questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, just a request.
Yes, Mataji.
May we have all this discussion in the recording?
Yeah, it's being recorded right now.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Hare
So,
Krishna.
Prabhuji, what is the source of that, what you just read out from the chat?
Oh, this is just a pranam mantra that the Gaudiya Math devotees, in the line of His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Dev Maharaj, they composed for our Srila Prabhupada.
Okay, got it. Yeah. I think I missed the first part. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, so now can I give all of you some updates?
Hare Krishna, like one question just to clarify. The fourth questions asked by the sage, that describe the Lord's adventure as a Purusa Avatara. So was that not answered in the second chapter only when we were?
Very good point, Ramsham Prabhu. Very nice. Thank you for that attention to detail. Yes, it was discussed towards the end of the second chapter, but here there is a little bit more discussion on that. Some more details are given in the first 5 verses. So we discussed about Purusha avatars in the previous chapter also towards the end, and now again in the beginning that is continued. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. For Satam Kripa, what is the Sanskrit word, Prabhuji, in chapter 2, verse 16?
Chapter 2, verse 16.
First stage you told Satam Kripa, na? Mercy of the devotees.
So for Satam Kripa?
Yes.
So for Satam Kripa is the same. Syan Mahat Sevaya Vipra.
For the second also same only, Mahat Seva.
Same. Okay. Satam Kripa and Mahat Seva go together. Syan Mahat Sevaya Vipra.
Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so should I stop the recording now? I want to give some updates to all of you. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording.